What is going on, guys? We're back with another one of them BTS videos, how I make a song a week. This is the song Cool Kid that I just dropped a couple days ago. I'm chilling on a Sunday right now as I'm recording this message to you guys, and man, we're vibing again. We're chilling. I got Amazing World of Gumball on in the background. I like to watch a TV show while I'm making music just to keep my creative juices flowing and to just keep my mind engaged. I think it's important to just stay in a creative place while you're making music. It doesn't all have to be so extremely serious the whole time. Whenever I am under pressure, maybe I'm writing with other people and I feel like there's pressure for me to perform, that's usually when I write my worst. I usually write my best when I'm by myself and relaxed. But I think that has to do not with working with other people, but just my own mental state when I'm alone. When I'm alone, I got nobody to impress. It's just me and Michael in this room right now, and I'm just making music. And I don't feel like I got to impress anybody. So I'm chilling. I feel like that's when I'm at my best. So part of creating music is knowing when you're going to be at your best. If you think about like any sort of athlete, they all have these peaks they reach, and they all know exactly what to do to get to these peaks. And so when I'm trying to get to the peak of my performance in terms of songwriting, it becomes less about how can I grow and more so about how can I maximize what I'm good at. So songwriting by myself is kind of one of those things I know about myself. I am my best when I'm alone most of the time. There are a select few people I've known for a long time I can write with, and it'll be easier for me to kind of get out of my shell and write with those guys. But I hope you guys enjoy this video. That was like a super long intro. This is just for you guys. Mind my hairy legs. I'm sorry about the PDA there on my legs.
About low end
public display of affection. I don't understand how that makes sense, but Howell vintage verb. Let's talk about that. That's a great plugin. I use that reverb for absolutely everything. Also, I use a lot of EQs sometimes, because sometimes whenever you make a certain change on one EQ band, if you try to make another change on that same EQ, your other change, if it's too close to the previous band, will start to warp that previous change you made a little bit. So sometimes I make a little adjustment and then I pop open another EQ to make another adjustment without affecting any of the bands I just put in. Little Altar Boy, that's a cool thing. That's what I'm using for this little instrumental thing I got going. I was playing the song for a buddy like a week ago, and he was asking how I made that like high pitch instrumental vocal sample. And just in case any of you guys are interested in doing something like that, I think Russ does it in one of his songs. I think what I did was based off of what I was hearing from his song 315 Breathe. I noticed that the vibrato is super quick. So what I did was I basically recorded myself singing that part in a normal, kind of chest voice range. I recorded it at half the speed. So I recorded at half the speed, and then I went back, pitched it up an octave, without warping the audio, which will shrink an octave, will shrink audio down by half, so the speed will be twice as fast, in other words. So a lot of y'all have been asking me, based off of the last video we made, specifically what is some advice you can give about songwriting. And as I'm writing in real time right now, here's something I'm thinking about. I'm on my second verse of the song, and I'm thinking about how can I not repeat old information. A lot of times people try to repeat something they've already talked about in the song and say it a little bit different, but ultimately songwriting at the core is storytelling. There's a beginning, there's a middle, and there's an end. So as you're writing your first verse, you're thinking about how does this story start? As you continue on to the chorus and second verse, how am I providing new information that is compelling and propelling the storyline further? So ask yourself, especially when you're on that second verse, is this old information, or am I introducing new information that's helping me tell the story? There you go. There's me trying to use some vocabulary from my homeschooled brain. It's hit or miss sometimes.
Honestly,
also, with these videos, I'm really trying to make them for you guys. So if there's a way I can better serve you guys with these videos, let me know. If there's anything you're like, oh, I wish you would do this. I wish you would talk less over the top of your video. Or I wish you would talk about this more. Let me know, and I will try my best to fulfill all those requests, because after all, these videos are for you guys. I know this is like not a good video for the algorithm. It's kind of super specific content that's made for certain people, which is you guys. So be sure to let me know in the comments below before you leave off this video how I could do better.
This song, Cool Kid, is all about insecurity we all encounter. We all deal with insecurity in different ways, and how I dealt with insecurity, kind of what I'm saying is for the better. How I dealt with insecurity was I chose like, oh man, like I'm out of this place of hurt, like I'm gonna become the kid who's cool, right? Like I'm gonna, like I was rejected by all the cool kids, and it's like, unfortunately sometimes it's the hurt that propels us to become better. But that's me just telling this really honest story about how out of that pain I kind of was like, I'm gonna become cool, almost in like a slightly resentful way, like no matter what it takes, like I'm gonna be the one. I'm gonna prove to everybody that I am worth being loved. I'm worth being a friend, you know. And so I hope this is relatable to people. I really think it will be, because we all deal with insecurity. So yeah, cool.
Yeah,
kid. That's what the song's about.